Hello, I'm Vanessa from ratings.com. Today, we're hacking into the mainframe with the Nothing. The Nothing Ear Truly Wireless are one of the over 800 headphones and earbuds we've tested. Not to be confused with the brand's first release, the Nothing Ear 1, or the follow-up, the Nothing Ear 2, the Nothing Ear Truly Wireless are the third iteration of this distinct-looking line of flagships. These active noise-canceling earbuds build upon the foundation of the first two models, with features geared towards audio tinkerers who want to hack their earbuds into sounding the way they want. At the same time, if you're a pair-and-play person, the Nothing Ear feature a user-friendly app and design. So let's see how these play out. If you know anything about Nothing, then these will be very familiar. They're translucent, stemmed earbuds with either white or black plastic accents, depending on the colorway you choose. Each bud of our white unit has a colored dot, so you can tell left from right. Red for the right, and white for the left. In a nod to nostalgia, the text on the case appears as if printed with an obsolete dot matrix printer. This nostalgic yet futuristic aesthetic invokes a translucent design language of yesteryear's Game Boys and Casio watches. The goal is clearly to have fun and to set these apart from a crowd of lookalikes, even if, let's be honest, their shape looks a lot like the Apple AirPods Pro. So, having not exactly reinvented the shape of true wireless earbuds, their stem design is comfortable. It doesn't sit too deeply in your ear, and it's pretty stable too. They're well built with an IP54 rating for the buds and an IP55 rating for the case, ensuring protection against dust and water splashes. Unlike most earbuds, these use a pressure-sensitive strip on the stems, which you squeeze to trigger a command. This helps to avoid accidentally triggering a command better than most touch-sensitive controls that only require a tap. It can get a bit annoying though when you have controls that demand multiple pinches back to back. If you're trying to skip a song while running, it's definitely a bit harder to do that than just tapping a touchpad. Plus, it can dislodge the in-ear fit slightly if you don't take a little extra care. At a desk or seated on the bus, it's not really a problem. Otherwise, you can reassign many of the functions. By default, they cover most playback, ANC on and off, and call controls. They also emit audible feedback, so you know that the command has been registered. So, how do they sound? Nothing packs a ton of sound tweakability into its Nothing X app, but more on that later. Just remember, you're not stuck with any specific tuning. Fresh out of the box though, the ear have a pleasant and neutral sound profile. These earbuds supply a good amount of rumble and boom in the low end that doesn't overwhelm other frequencies. The mids sound natural for piano, guitar, and speech. And the treble is bright, present, and clear, with a touch of underemphasis to somewhat dull sharpness in vocals and the harmonic content of cymbal hits. They also have great frequency response consistency. Bass and mids sound nearly the same on different shaped ears and between wears. Very high treble frequencies can vary a little bit more between listeners, but the fundamentals of your music come across consistently. The Nothing Ear Truly Wireless are compatible with a pretty extensive set of Bluetooth codecs, and they support multi-device pairing with up to 2 devices. For high-quality audio, you can connect via LDAC or LHDC. And if you have an Apple device, there are AAC and SBC as well, though they lack quick pairing with Apple. If you're connecting to a Google or Microsoft device, they can quick pair. Their latency is high enough with all the codecs that we've tested that you'll experience annoying lip sync issues when watching videos, even if you use the low lag mode. However, latency varies quite a bit between devices, and some apps compensate for it. Nothing also advertises that latency can get as low as 120 milliseconds when you pair the earbuds to a Nothing phone, so it's possible that your specific device and connection will result in lower latency. Fortunately, latency isn't as important when you're just listening to music. Instead, taking advantage of high bitrate LDAC or LHDC codecs yields high-quality audio transmission from your device to your ears. Wonderful, but what else? The Nothing Ear have adaptive noise cancelling, and it's decent. You can manually set the strength between 3 settings in the app, or just go with the adaptive mode. Tested at the highest ANC setting, they filter out the low-pitched boomy noises like construction pretty well. They're not as effective with mid-range noises though, like nearby coworkers chatting. But they still isolate you somewhat from high-pitched sounds like dish clatter and shrill subway brakes. They lack a wind reduction mode, so you'll still hear the popping sound that's characteristic of ANC headphones without this feature. Basically, their ANC is outclassed by other flagships, but it's not at all useless. Let's talk about the Nothing X Companion app. Fortunately, you can download the app for your Android and iOS devices. If you like to make minor or massive alterations to your EQ, you're granted a few tools. No matter what level you're at, between an audio enthusiast and a beginner, the app can accommodate you. For a quick fix, there are EQ presets. And there's a simplified mode if you need a minor change or you're not too interested in creating a new EQ setting. Now, for tinkerers and audiophiles amongst you, these include an advanced graphic EQ. You can even shift which specific frequency band you want to adjust, and how narrow or wide the adjustment is. That's pretty unique for a companion app. Most brands with a graphic or parametric EQ don't let you change the frequencies being adjusted or the shape of the EQ. You can also save and share your custom EQ presets with other Nothing Ear owners. Plus, there's a hearing test that adjusts the sound profile to suit your unique hearing, if you prefer to let the experts decide. However, this doesn't work when you're connected via LDAC. You can use the app to remap select controls too. There's access to listening mode controls, toggles for low lag mode, and Find My Earbuds. Besides assigning a voice assistant, they have a novel ChatGPT integration that uses the mic to pick up your prompt or question and send it to the AI to get a reply. Like ChatGPT though, your mileage will vary. Speaking of mics, these have an okay microphone. Your voice is pretty clear, but it lacks body and it's bright. That said, the mic system handles background noise well, so you can take a call in a busy location and expect that the other person will hear you fine. Nothing has improved the battery life since the last generation, and these reach a respectable 7.5 hours to a single charge with ANC enabled. Your experience may vary though, depending on usage. If you have a compatible Nothing phone, you can also recharge your earbuds using the phone's existing battery charge. They lack an auto-off battery saver, so it's best to put the buds back in the case when not in use. So these won't get you through your workday plus a commute without a recharge. But you can always pop them back into the case during a meeting, since the case holds an extra 3.7 charges. Are the Nothing Ear Truly Wireless the one for you? For the audio enthusiast seeking the convenience of true wireless connectivity and portability, they're a great choice. They feel comfortable to wear, and they're well built. Besides a couple of minor features, like reverse charging your earbuds with a Nothing phone, the earbuds' lack of total allegiance to any given operating system means you don't have to limit your next phone purchase either. Plus, they sound really good for most types of music out of the box, and the app provides quite a few tools to adjust their EQ. Still, they're not perfect. The pinch controls cover most ground well, but they're a bit divisive. At your desk, they're totally fine, but if you're on a jog, pinching the stems is a bit fiddly. The noise isolation is decent, but if ANC is your top priority, these don't quite meet the mark of greatness. So what else should you consider? Well, the Apple AirPods Pro 2 are everywhere, and for good reason. The originators of the STEM True Wireless design packed these with innovations, but many are exclusive to Apple devices. You can access Apple Spatial Audio, and the H2 chip allows for seamless device switching, even if it's not as flexible as multi-device pairing. Their combined ANC and isolation also outdo the Nothing. So, if environmental noise is your main complaint, these handle it better. That said, you're limited in terms of sound customization, and the default sound is broadly neutral, but they output a little less low-end rumble. Their battery life isn't as long-lasting as the Nothing earbuds either. Regardless, the AirPods Pro 2's seamless integration with iPhones is compelling. If you're looking to save a bit of cash without compromising on sound, check out the Samsung Galaxy Buds FE Truly Wireless. FE stands for Fan Edition, and Samsung has plucked some of its best parts from its roster and distilled them into a cheaper package. Like the Nothing, the Samsung Buds have a very pleasant neutral sound and a few EQ presets, but you're not getting the same level of sound profile customization. You can only access the app with an Android device too. The Galaxy Buds FE do a great job isolating out noise, punching above their price, and they beat the Nothing's full-range isolation performance. Thanks to their stabilizers, the Samsung Buds stay put rather well too. You'll need a compatible Samsung device to access the exclusive Samsung scalable codec, promising high-quality audio over Bluetooth. Otherwise, you'll have to contend with basic AAC and SBC codec support. Unfortunately, they also don't support multi-device pairing. Plus, the battery life isn't as long-lasting. Still, their microphone system is quite good. All in all, they're a reasonable choice if your priorities are sound and noise isolation. But if none of these choices quite hack it, take a look at our other earbud reviews on this channel. You can also read our full review of the Nothing Ear Truly Wireless, linked in the description box below. Until next time, I'm Vanessa from RTINGS.com, where we help you find the best product for your needs. Goodbye. End of transmission. We're hacking into the mainframe with the Nothing.
Perfect.
Teamwork makes the dream work.